20 years ago the PlayStation 1 came out. 20 freaking years. Wow, definitely congrats to Sony. It's quite funny though that it means I was 8 years old when I experienced the PlayStation. Not only the PlayStation, it also means that I've been playing video games for 20 freaking years. But my first experience with video games isn't at the PlayStation. My dad had this Atari stuffed in a box. I think also the Atari 2600 with a lot of games, and I loved it. We all loved it, my brother and my sister loved the Atari. Shamefully though, he kind of gave it away. After that, on one of my birthdays, that I can't remember when it was, I got a Super Nintendo instead of a PlayStation 1. It has to be 1996, so 20 years ago. Stupid me. Because my parents thought the PlayStation 1 was way too expensive. Yes, I had a Super Nintendo. That is maybe why I don't really hate Nintendo. I don't hate Microsoft, but I just don't, I know that Super Mario is a good game, but it's the same game over and over again, because I played it years and years and years ago. Doesn't matter though. And when I got my Super Nintendo, the first gaming experience I had was the PlayStation. My dad got a PlayStation for himself with Tomb Raider. And holy shit, he bought quite a lot of good games, like all the Final Fantasy games, Metal Gear Solid, Diablo, Warhammer Dark Omen, Breath of Fire, and so many more great games. Those were the games that stood with my childhood and my brothers, because we always played together for a very, very long time. And games like Diablo, I actually still play once in a while. Did you know that Diablo is my most played game of all time? I'm not just saying like, here is Final Fantasy and here is Diablo. No, it's like, here is Diablo and here are all the other games. That is how much me and my brother played Diablo. I'm saying about when the PS3 came out, we were still playing Diablo. It was so addicting. It was such a funny game. It was so freakingly cool. Everything about Diablo is awesome. But it also made me in first contact with RPGs, with the Final Fantasy series that I absolutely love. Absolutely loved. Shamefully though, Square Enix fucked up Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy 13 and 14 and 11, all these bullshit games. Hopefully they're gonna make a good Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy 15. I then got my PS2 and I saved up a long time to get the PS2. And I actually run out of money, or my money was too short, but my really awesome parents still got me the PS2. I remember that I didn't have any money, I didn't have any games. There was a demo disc with the PlayStation 2 that had a couple of games. But the only game I remember playing was SSX. That game was absolutely fantastic, it was amazing, it was the best thing ever. Yes, it actually was at the time. Then the PS3 came out, and that's actually quite a funny story. Because it was at a time where I got out, go out like every weekend, Saturday, Friday, and I actually didn't play that many games anymore. I had a feeling I was growing away of video games and that I found something else. But when the PS3 launch came, the gaming heart was definitely itchy and itchy and itchy. And me and my best friends were like, okay, we are going to buy the PS3. So we went to the local market and yeah, there was only one PS3 left. And I, of course, already worked at that time, and there was a mistake where they only sent a small part of my salary, so I didn't have enough money to buy the €600 PS3. But really cool of him, and I will definitely never forget that. He said, whatever, I'll just pay the PS3 and you can just pay me back and this and that. And he gave me Resistance and he gave me a second controller with it. So that was absolutely awesome. And I think that's the only time a friend of mine actually did something like that. That's actually the only time a friend ever needs to do something like that. Because it was quite embarrassing actually. Yeah, it was. But still really awesome. And I enjoyed the PS3 a lot, even though I did, you know, there were some troubles at the beginning with PS3 and still are. I mean, the RPGs, they just came crashing down and I didn't actually understand why, what the hell is going on, this and that. Then of course the PSP came out and it was freakingly fantastic. Oh my god, a PlayStation 2 in the palm of my hands. And I love, still loving the PSP, even though I mostly play fighting games on it. I love the design of the PSP and I love the design of the cases of the PSP. Then the PS Vita came out and I enjoyed it a lot and I'm still enjoying it. And of course the PS4 came out and now we are here, 20 freaking years later. 20 freaking years of amazing video game experience. And it is quite funny when I think about my 20 years of video gaming, where I had my ups and my downs. But around 2011 I had my most down experience freaking ever. Everything was just, I don't know, crashing down on me and I had this feeling I would be, you know, I was a loser and this and that and my whole life would be only video games, nothing more. All the friends I had, you know, they moved on, they got girlfriends, they married and whatever. And I blamed video games for it. So I started selling stuff, doing other things, but nothing really hold on to me. And in my back of my mind, I was still like, you know, this game, still checking out websites, and I definitely got more depressed because I actually wasn't playing any video games. So months later I said, fuck it, you know, this is just me, I'm a video gamer and I most probably will always be a video gamer. Now fast forward to 2014, I have, you know, bought own house, moved in, made a lot of amazing friends, real friends, and I definitely think I struck a balance with social life and video gaming, so I'm definitely happy at the moment. So yeah, this is my little freaking story of 20 years of PlayStation, hopefully 20 years more. Yeah, it's freakingly awesome, it's so freaking weird. 20 years has been flown by so fast, so easy. It's so freaking weird. So yeah, definitely leave in the comments below what are your experiences with the PlayStation 20 years, or maybe you started out with the PS2 or the PS3. I have friends that never had the PlayStation 1. They grew up with the PS2. I even have a friend that grew up with the PS3. She doesn't know, or she doesn't know how I know the PS2. So yeah, and of course the generation of now grows up with the PS3 maybe a little, and the PS4, and you know, the Xbox. So definitely leave in the comments below your experience with the PlayStation, and again, congrats to Sony. I can't freaking wait for the weekend for the PlayStation experience and all the live streaming and all the this and all the that. Hopefully they're gonna announce something freakingly huge, something epic. There has been some rumors because Square Enix is actually attending the PlayStation experience and they're actually gonna announce a new RPG. A lot of rumors are going against Final Fantasy VII Remake. If that would happen, it would just be holy freaking shit. But who knows, we will see, and like always, I will see you next time.